Welcome to Joe's Astrology, and I have a very, very special treat for you tonight. If you're finding this video, this is going to be a good one. And what I'd like to do is look at a real example of someone who's famous and something that was happening in their life. And I want to look at the transits and I want to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back to their birth chart and show you how all of this comes together in real life, in real time. And I want to do that with the professional tennis player Nick Kyrgios. And if you don't know who Nick Kyrgios is, you can go to YouTube, just look up a couple of his highlights. He is one of, if not my favorite tennis player. He's very eccentric and stirs up a lot of drama on the tennis tour. And I'm going to show you a video. First, I'm going to show you a video of what actually happened that started all of this. And then I'm going to show you the astrology and how it is synonymous with the transits to his birth chart. And I'm going to show you his birth chart and how it relates to that, his birth chart and his life lessons in general, and his life path in general. So if you're new to astrology or newer to astrology, you do have to understand the symbols. You have to learn the symbols. Trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it for your own peace of mind. Because part of the reason why I like this, and a lot of people that view these videos that like astrology, it really gives you peace of mind to know that this life is as Shakespeare said, it really is a play. And we have a lot less control than we think we do. And also, when you think of someone like Kyrgios, a lot of people will watch him and say, he should do this, he should do that, and he shouldn't do this. And it can get you away from doing those things, that he should do this person should do this, when in reality, it's not like that. And I don't think you need astrology for that, but I just wanted to quickly mention that. I know I'm going a little bit long here. I hope you're still watching. So let's get into this match. And it just so happens he's playing someone who played today, Yannick Sinner. And let's get into it and play the video, and then we'll take a look at the astrology. This is Nick Kyrgios' birth chart, and we don't have the time for him. This is just his day of birth. And the transit is for March 30th, 2022. That's the day that this occurred. And we're going to start here with Mercury. So what you saw in the video was a walkie-talkie randomly went off, which if you watch tennis, this never, as he stated in the video, this never happens. This is a major, this is almost as major as it gets for a tennis tournament. Outside of the four majors, Wimbledon, U.S. Open, Australian, and the Roland Garros. So we're looking at a walkie-talkie. So we're talking about communication, technology. We're talking about Mercury. And Mercury is here. It's hard to see. It's at 5 degrees Aries. On the day that this occurred, at the time, Mercury was exactly on his Venus. It's also conjunct his moon, so you could say it's near his moon. We don't have the time, so we don't even know if that's the exact degree of the moon. Doesn't matter, because what we're talking about here is money. Tennis is professional tennis. Before any other, or more so than any other sport, if you don't know this, it's based on prize money. These guys are traveling the world to win big time prize money. There was probably a couple hundred in that match. I don't know, maybe a couple $100,000 on the line, if not more. So we're talking about money, Venus, and you see it's in Aries in his chart, and he's making money through competition, through sparring, through sports. And Mercury comes along, and we have this walkie-talkie go off, and people will say to him, "Don't make excuses, just play." He's playing. You have to keep in mind also, he's playing against a guy who right now is borderline going to be the best player in the world. This is already one of the best players in the world. The winning a match like this, the margins are so tight and small that this is all it takes to lose a match, and he knows that. That's why he's getting upset. It's not because it's not something he needs to overcome, etc. He knows that it's very difficult for him to win that match, and something like that cannot go wrong. So let's look at some of the other transits. I'm sure there's more, and we'll come back to that and the reason why that Mercury is so important. We also see Mars an exact opposition to his Mars in Leo. And the reason why that's important is with Mars in Leo, this is a guy who he brings animosity, strife, just the idea of stirring things up to his performance. He brings all that to tennis. He's not exactly. I'm sure he doesn't exactly like to perform, and he has to do it to win. To play tennis. He just kind of found himself in that position. He's the bad boy of tennis, Mars and Leo. And we see here Mars in that opposition in Aquarius, really forcing or influencing him to objectify that. And also we see Saturn there and Venus is there, and really make him aware of, like, okay, this can occur, but we're in professional tennis here. It's time to overcome some of these things. And of course, we see in the video he's fighting with himself there. He doesn't want to do it. He wants to get angry. He wants to blame the ATP and the technology, etc. So we also see Jupiter here on a Saturn. So there's a nice opportunity for him to make some money right now. He's in the 4th round of this tournament. And you could say, well, he's making money all the time, and et cetera, et cetera. Well, I think this may have been a big year for him with Jupiter transiting Pisces. We can see right now he's not even playing. He hasn't even played in 2023. And Jupiter's going through his Taurus. I'm sure he has some other money-making opportunities. But he's not playing tennis right now. But we do see that transit there, Jupiter with Saturn. And we want to add these up as much as possible, because usually when there's a lot of transits going on, something big can happen. We also see in his natal chart, we have Mars and Mercury in a square, so he has that sharp tongue. He's not shying away from speaking his mind. And this Mercury is also that Mars-Saturn stellium transit is making a square to his Mercury as well. So we're seeing the aspects pile up. And see if we can find anything else here that really jumps out. There's probably more. Maybe you can find them. I'm going to let it go at that. And the last big one I wanted to mention was his North Node is in Scorpio, and he has Uranus in his natal chart, conjunct Neptune, squaring the nodes. And we really see a need to individualize in order to make money. That's what we see with that Uranus there. The idea of individuating, being an individual there with Uranus, and it's squaring these nodes. And we could say, when it comes to things like making money, here in Scorpio, other people's money, Taurus, the sign that rules money. And there's a need to resolve this Scorpio with the Uranus moving away from the node. And look at the Venus. His Venus is in conjunct. A Scorpio in conjunct. Again, making that symbolism of adjustment. He needs to make an adjustment here to get the money, to win the prize money. And look at Mercury coming in. Mercury coming in with the walk. I mean, this isn't magical. I don't know what is. Mercury coming in with the walkie-talkies and using Mercury coming through and using the walkie-talkie in order for Kyrgios to have to make this adjustment in his personality. And I might not be explaining myself as clearly as I want to, but it's clear as day to me how this planet or you want to, I mean, you could say through the symbols or just the planet literally coming through and saying, this is what I'm going to do as a conscious being. I'm going to make you learn this lesson of resolving this. And you could say why. Well, I'm not going to get into the natal chart. Actually, stay tuned. I'll probably mention this video. I'm going to do Kyrgios' natal chart, and I will get more into his life lessons and why Mercury would have chosen to do this. If that's even a thing, I'm just kind of making that up for fun. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I really would like to teach more astrology than I am already doing right now, and I'm available for readings. And if you like the content, please like the video, and I hope you have a great day.